and good evening, and welcome to the Geek Show. Right, Drone and Andy have guests. Tonight we have the legendary V2A with their first ever go at D&D. So over to our wondrous Dungeon Master. How are you, sir?
Hello, welcome. I'm all good. I'm good. Are you all right?
Yeah, very, very good. Just a quick one before the gamer starts.
Yeah.
What are people excited about and what is coming into the shop this week at the legendary Worcester War Games?
So, this week we have got the 40k Warzone Caradron Volume 2 for the 40k players. So some new campaign rules and things like that for those. Today we've had a massive restock of Dead Man's Hand terrain from Foreground. Huge amounts of foreground terrain we've got in now. So everything and anything you could possibly need for Dead Man's Hand, I think we've pretty much got you covered. And then this weekend, pre-orders go up live for the Beast Snagger box set. This is the one that everyone's been excited about now for months and months since Games Workshop announced it. They went, yeah, here's all new 40k orcs riding on giant squigs, bigger and badder than any orcs before them. And they've now told us that you'll get a few copies if you're lucky. So, we get to look forward to that Saturday. We can make potentially of them going, everyone only gets 5 copies. And then everyone goes, what are we going to do with their 20 customers? We'll see what happens. They might go, yes, have 100 copies. But who knows?
Awesome. We are starting to build the festival ground over the weekend, but we will be in the shop on Saturday morning. Yay!
Excellent. You're more than welcome.
So, sir, let us go around first of all and introduce the cast of tonight's show. So over here, top corner, myself. I am Boris the Brute, and I am from Sweden. Okay.
Why the weird accent then?
Yeah.
The
Eurovision show was a month ago. It was not.
Yeah, okay. Lady Panzerfaust.
Yeah. Don't know.
I'm okay.
A Panzer what?
Panzerfaust. I show you my fist.
Okay.
Your pants are
fist.
Ousty pants. Oh, nasty.
This is definitely not V2A. These are other people who look like us.
Fantasy characters.
Okay, and we have Trevor the Tinkler.
I got a loot and I'm not afraid to use it.
And we have Roger the Irrelevant. How are you, Roger?
I'm completely hat stand. As you can see, I was trying to paint my green screen, but inadvertently painted myself by mistake. I'll get it right for next week.
Awesome. Now, the game is about to begin. And over to the legendary, the wonderful, the one and only Dungeon Master.
I am the Dungeon Master. Oh. Okay, so our intrepid adventurers, as I've explained, are all homunculi in the service of the mighty Felonius the Unlikely, powerful and all-knowing wizard. Felonius gathers you all in his chambers and tells you he has a mission, a job, something for you to go and do for him. You live to serve. Felonius is your master. He is the great, the wise, and you love him dearly. He tells you he requires Grabthar's hammer. It's an ancient relic that he is searching for, and he requires you to go and retrieve it for him. With that, he gathers you together around him in a circle. He claps his hands. There is an almighty boom, a flash of light, and you all vanish. Moments later, the light is gone, and you stand in a large room. What would you like to do?
Okay. Can we? Is it dark? Is it dark, or can we see?
If one of you would like to make a perception check to see what you can see.
Oh,
here we
go.
Shall I do it? Because I've got +2.
Here we go.
Percept away.
Go, Trevor.
Yeah, so a D20 plus your perception modifier.
Rolling in my dice box. Oh, that's a 7 + 2. That's a 9. That's not good, is it?
A 9. Okay, so you look around you, and you can see you're in a very large room. There is a single shaft of light running the entire length of the ceiling. The room is about 30 feet wide, about 8 and about 200 feet long.
Big room.
Big room.
How high was that? Sorry.
Big room. Big room.
Well, it
it's
could be
about 80
relatively,
feet
could be
high.
small because
80
we're like
high.
little.
Okay.
Can we? Does anybody else want to have a look around? Go on, Roger. Give it a go.
Can I have another look?
Just to make a perception check. You can.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll do that.
Yeah. So
check
D20
your
plus your
perception.
perception.
Okay. D20.
What is the perception check? Jesus.
Oh, 17 plus.
Oh, showing off.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm just showing me D20. Perception plus 2. 19.
Yeah.
Scores
Where do
no
you-
goals.
Yeah. So
Where do we see perception? Sorry.
in
Skills.
the skills, if you follow that down, it's alphabetical. It'll say perception. It'll have the little thing in brackets next to it. Tell you what your
Found
modifier is.
it.
So wisdom in this
Found
case.
it.
There
So
we go.
19.
Okay, so Roger has a look round. Roger's far more keen sense than Trevor the Tinkler. Trevor is too busy thinking of his next sonnet, whereas Roger the Irrelevant has taken his lot in life as being irrelevant and spends most of his time looking around him, not paying much attention, but looking nonetheless. He sees that in this room there is a hole in the far wall ahead of you. There is a large hole to the wall to the right of you, and there is a large hole in the wall behind you.
Oh,
A lot of holes.
a lot of holes. Okay. Can Boris the Brute walk
May
over
I?
to one of the holes and stick my head in a hole?
You may. Which one would you like to look into?
I would like to look into the one behind me.
The
Always
really
check.
big one.
The one
really big
behind
one.
you. Okay.
So-
Always make a head
Okay,
sticking
so
check.
you walk over
Yeah.
and you pop your head into the hole. Make a perception check for me.
Hold on.
Roll that bad boy.
I am. It's a D20.
Lost your dice.
I'm going to use a.
It is
I've got 18.
Mm.
Woohoo!
18. Very nice. As you look through the hole, you can see this hole. The wall is about 4 feet thick. It's like a really, really thick hole, or really
Okay.
thick wall. The hole looks like it's been broke, opposed to having been cut. It's very rough, large chunks of wood sticking out levels, but it's very irregular shaped.
Oh,
You can see it's made of wood, much like the rest of the room. You can see there's another room beyond the hole. From that room, there's quite an intense stench coming from it. Quite unpleasant, a smell coming from it.
Ooh. Do we want to go in the smelly room, or are we going to pick a different room, guys?
shall
What
we
do
have
you
a look at
reckon?
what's in the other
Can I look
ones?
the other hole?
Yeah,
Yeah.
go on then, Lady
You
Panther
can.
Faust.
Which hole would you like to look at?
And the one opposite that one we just looked at.
Yeah. Go for glory.
The one at the far end of the room. Okay, yep, go on down to that.
So what do I
That's
have
the
to do?
Klingon way. I see glory.
So
Dice.
D20 plus your wisdom.
Always go for the
D20.
glory hole.
So 20-sided dice.
It's a 10,
Okay,
and then okay, it's a 10.
plus your wisdom.
10.
One.
Excellent. Okay, so yeah, you go over there. You can see there is another large room beyond, but you can't really make out anything about it from where you are without having to climb through.
Oh, should we climb through? Do you want to? Should we give it a go?
Oh, definitely, I go in.
She goes
Yeah.
in.
Let it
We'll
go.
Okay.
let, we'll
Okay.
let her go in, and we'll all
We'll
stand back.
supervise.
Okay, so you step through. Again, the wall seems to be about 4 foot thick again. Again, roughly hewn hole. It's not regular. It's very irregular kind of hole. Large chunks of wood and stuff still sticking out of it. You step through, and you're into another large room.
Okay.
Okay, should we follow her in, or should we stay out here?
I
Why don't
think
you go in just in case, and we'll supervise.
Is it worth having another look while you're in there? Maybe light from the tinderbox or something to see if
yeah.
you can see anything else, as opposed to just blundering around in the dark.
Yeah,
Yeah.
do one of those perception
Matches?
tests. Perception test.
Is it worth lighting a tinderbox? I mean, do we know that it's dark?
Is it
We need to
dark?
use a
There is
tinderbox
light
light.
in there, so you don't need
We
it.
don't need it.
Oh, there's no advantage. Okay, righto.
No.
Okay.
Okay.
I'd do another perception test then.
Yeah.
Would my
Follow-
loot help at all?
Well, we're not in there
So-
yet.
It could do. If you want to play a little ditty, you can give advantage.
Don't push
by
me.
playing
I'm
a little
gonna have a little tinkle then.
Go and have a strum.
You have a
Okay,
scrum.
if you can, a D20 plus dexterity for me.
Ooh, me? Or
No, sorry, Trevor.
Trevor?
Trevor.
Trevor,
Yeah, he's going to give you a
D20
hand.
plus dex.
That's 15 plus 3. That's 18.
Okay, you can hear in the room you've just come from. You can hear a beautiful ballad coming out of there that you recognise. You've heard around the halls of the castle. If you want to roll 2d20 and pick the highest.
Oh,
Well, that's you, Lady
that's you,
Panzerfaust.
Trevor. Oh, is it?
No, it's Lady
Trevor's
Panzerfaust.
Trevor's helping Lady Panzerfaust.
14
Yep.
and
the second
5, so 14.
one? Right, 14 is probably the better one then. Okay, so
Yeah.
you can see you're in a room roughly the same dimensions as the room you've just come from. However, in this one, the light in the ceiling only travels about half the length of the room, then suddenly stops, and then the rest of the room is cast in darkness. The room is very dusty. Compared to the room you've just in had some dust in it. This room seems a lot dustier than before. And you can make out there's something at the far end of the room, but you can't really see what it is from where you are.
I have an idea. So can I go into that room as well? Follow her in.
You can.
So Boris the Brute will walk in. I'll take one of my shoes off.
Oh, we go again. His
Yeah.
shoes.
Set fire
Here we
to
go
one
with
of
the
my
shoes.
shoes and throw it into the dark corner. Can I do that?
Okay.
Shoe lighting
Make
check.
you can make a dexterity roll for me.
Okay, hold on. Oops, hold on. That is a 6. That's not good.
6.
Oh,
Excellent.
Probably should have strummed
Make
for
a
that.
constitution roll for me.
Yes.
The Constitution roll 14.
Oh.
14.
Oh,
Okay, so you're trying to get your shoe off, and at the same time as trying to remove your shoe, you also start trying to light your tinderbox. You're trying to light a kind of a little
Oh
flame in
dear.
your tinderbox. You lose your balance,
Oh,
fall
here we
over,
go.
and drop the match onto your clothing. Your
Right.
clothing,
Oh.
all of you are only wearing rags. You're only wearing kind of old Hessian sacks anyway, so there's nothing grandiose or lovely about your clothing. And because it's old, dirty, messy clothing, fortunately, most of it being damp from urine and other various bodily fluids, most of it's safe, but you do kind of singe the edges on all your clothes.
right.
I'll be more careful in future.
Yeah. I'm not going to do that again. Let's all go in there.
Until
and
the next room, at
let's-
least.
Yeah, shall we all go into the same room?
Is there
think
another
it's a-
door?
There was one more hole, but we've picked a hole.
We
As a
picked a
goal.
hole. And also, it's dark
Is there a
in the corner.
window?
Okay.
Is there a window?
Not that you can see from where you are.
It's the
From
light
where
from
you are, you
above.
can't see any other exits from this room.
Can I walk over to the
There's
window
light
I
from
can't
above for
see
about
yet?
half the room.
Okay.
But can I walk
the
to the
window
window
that
I
isn't
can't
there,
see yet?
by all
Because I know
means.
it's there.
Sadly, no.
Can we? What
What would you
about?
like to
Can
do?
we send Roger over because he's irrelevant, and send him into the darkness, i.e., cannon fodder?
You can if you wish.
Oh. Yeah, let's do that then.
Could I
Hold
play my
on.
lute to give him courage?
You're more than courage. I demand whiskey. Are you going to or not then,
There
Trevor?
may be whiskey in the
Yeah,
shadows.
do I have to make a roll to tinkle? If I'm in the
You
same
Trevor-
do.
room?
Yeah, it'll be a dexterity roll.
Okie dokie.
Go on, get your loot out.
Oh, that's a bad one. That's a 3. That's a 6.
Okay.
It's not a song I know
As
that
you
well.
start playing, one of your strings snaps.
Hooray!
How many more to go?
So,
Not on a lute.
one of your strings is snapped. Everything you roll from this point onwards will be at a disadvantage. So you'll roll 2d20s and you'll pick the lowest.
That's brilliant.
Oh,
I've got to roll 2 d20s, have I?
No, that'll be
I
for
have to-
Trevor. Anytime Trevor now
you wanna
wants to do
scrum.
bardic inspiration, he has to roll 2d20s and pick the lowest. So, Roger, are you heading into the darkness?
Yes, I suppose so.
Roger, do you want to set yourself a light and then walk into the darkness, or just
No,
walk
I
into the
don't.
darkness? Okay, just
D-
an
d-
idea.
You want to get your pants off and put them on light and then
Hold on,
swivel them
hold on.
around and go into the darkness.
This shattered wood around the door hole we've just come through. Is it flammable?
Yep.
Oh,
Right. Can I get?
you're assuming
Can I
wood,
put a
yes.
piece of
It's
wood?
made out of wood, so yes, potentially.
Well, as in, can I set fire to it from my tinderbox?
One way to find out.
Make a
Well, you have to
But
break
I
some
could,
off.
I could ask the dungeon master. Yes, I want to break a piece of what looks
Okay.
like the most flammable bit, and then I'm going to
Okay.
give it to Trevor the
Roll a
Tinkler to light
D20.
and hand back to me.
Okay, roll a d20 with your strength modifier. So whatever your strength is,
Okay.
d20.
if you can break
Oh
a bit
bloody
off.
hell! It's not going to be good. It's 4 in total. I'm a bit
Including your
wimpish.
roll.
Including my roll, 3 and a 1.
I think
Did you-
Boris
you
the
rolled a
Brute needs
one,
to
did you?
try that.
No, I rolled the 3 and I got the 1 modifier for strength.
Oh, you rolled the 3 and you had a okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
you
4.
can't get anything to come. You can't get anything to come loose. The wood seems pretty kind of strong.
Hands in
You give it a bit
Right.
of a tug. You have a bit of a struggle. A little bit of poop comes out, and you give up.
Oh dear.
Okay.
Boris has an axe though.
Anybody else going to have a go at some?
No.
Give,
Yeah,
Anyone
let's
else-
get your
Axe?
pants for the team. Come on.
anyone else want to give me some wood?
I'll get you some wood because I'm quite strong. So
And you've got an axe. An axe
I've
can
got
chop
an
wood.
Yes,
yeah,
just-
can I
a little bit over 18, in my opinion.
can I use my can I get my chopper out and get some wood?
Yeah, go on.
You
Get your
you
chopper and
get
wang
your
it
chopper
one.
out and see if you can give Roger some wood.
I've got 16 on my strength.
Excellent.
Oh,
how
I've
much-
got
how
I've
much have you
got
rolled?
19 because I've got 16,
19
and then I've
plus
got a
3,
+3.
so 19.
Just-
Okay.
Just
Yeah,
knock
you
the
gotta-
wall down.
You shove Roger to one side and he falls on the floor, and you're like, "Let me show you how this is done."
Oh, yeah, here we go.
You give it
Yeah.
a mighty heft of your axe, and a large chunk of wood comes away.
Let's
Okay.
use the wood as a torch. Put a
Yeah.
bit
That's
of
a good
rope on it.
idea, Boris.
Boris, isn't that what Roger just said and tried to do?
Yeah, but being like the
Not just the
warrior, I
face,
just repeat
Boris.
what everybody else says, don't I?
Okay.
Right. So, do I need to try the tinderboxy thing and with this piece of wood? That
Yeah,
I've just
well, you
taken
would have
off
wrapped
Boris?
some rope
if you make a
around it, yeah.
dexterity roll for me,
Oh
Yeah.
God, here we go again.
Just make-
Another D20, yeah.
just make a dexterity roll for me. Yeah, on
Is that
D20.
is that 20? Yeah. Okay.
D20.
Yeah, always
Oh,
D20. Let's say
Flip's
otherwise.
sake, 5 plus 3, 8.
Okay. You try and you can't get this wood to light. You can't even get your tinderbox to light at this point. You're kind of getting sparks off it, but that's about all.
Pants, that's what I keep saying. Why is nobody
Where my
listening?
life?
Trevor, do you want to light it for Roger
gi-
the
I'll-
Irrelevant?
Yeah,
I'll,
go on
I'll
then.
give it a go. I'll give it a go. Oh, I've got. Is it dexterity?
Yep.
That's
Yeah.
a 19 then.
Oh,
19. Yeah, he walks across, and it's almost with a snap of his fingers. This thing just lights. He's like the Fonz. He comes over, he lights it for you, and hands it back. You have a lovely torch now, crackling
Excellent.
away.
Very good torch. that.
Well done, Trevor.
Okay, so I've now taken that off Trevor, have I?
Yeah.
Or can I?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah,
He
it to
handed
you.
it to you.
Yep.
Yeah, be
Okay,
careful with
so
that.
so
Mind your
shall
bin.
I does this illuminate anything else before I start wandering into the black abyss?
He is observant.
As you look around the room now, as you got this torch in your hand, you can see there's actually an opening on the right-hand side of the room.
Oh.
You can also see there's definitely something in the far end of the room in the shadows, but you can't really make out what it is from this distance.
Go and see what it is.
throw
So-
your shoe at it.
No, I'll actually. Where's your smouldering shoe got to? Come to think of it. Okay, I shall wander slowly in what
we
could be
all-
what
As a
could be an
cloud.
easterly direction, pooping as I go. What do I
Okay, so you're heading into the
dark.
darkness. Nope.
Well, it's not dark now
that's fine.
because
No, because you have light.
got my
Yeah.
light.
Yeah, but he has.
But there's
as you
something
illuminate
stood
far
in the
end of
corner.
room,
Yep.
you can see that there's another large hole in the far wall. So in front of you as you're heading towards it. In the corner, you can see, make a nature check for me.
Oh,
Do what? Hey, how
A
many?
nature
Nature.
check. Nature.
A nature
What do
about
we do about?
halfway down.
Add your intelligence.
Yeah.
It's intelligence.
Oh,
Intelligence.
we're doomed. We're doomed then.
Oh, plus 3.
Nature.
I got a 3 on that. Yep.
Ooh,
So I've got another 20. Yeah.
Yeah.
D20
Yeah.
plus that 3.
Oh, 7.
What is
4 plus 3, 7.
7.
Jesus Christ.
Excellent.
Can I?
There's something in the corner of the room. You've seen this before, but you can't remember what they're called. You've seen them in the courtyard at the keep. You've seen them in Felonius's chambers, like sticking out of pots and things. And you can't remember for the life of you what they are, but you've definitely seen one of these before.
Shall we go and have a look?
Yeah. Yeah. Can I walk over and throw my axe at it?
You can indeed. Make a
thought about
strength
that.
check followed by a dexterity check for me.
Why
Okay,
would you
so-
do that?
Because
He's Boris.
He's a
because I'm
brute.
Boris the Bruise. So it is 18 for the strength.
Yep. Okay. And dexterity. Let's see how accurate you are.
Yeah, 11.
Shit.
Ouch! That's got
11.
my leg.
Okay. Yeah, you heft your axe at it and you give it all your might, and it flies through the air, and it almost perfectly bisects this thing. It just cuts it clean in two.
Is there any sound? Like an ouch?
Only just just the wood hitting the thing and just going thunk into the ground.
Okay.
Do you want to go over, Trevor, and have a look with your ladle or whatever it is?
My loot. I'll
Your loot
use my eyeballs for this one. So I'll go over and I'll have a little look. So is this a nature check then?
Okay, if you can make a nature check for me then.
Is nature check mean that you're going to get
Oh.
nude, or is that something
Oh.
else? Is that a different game?
Well, that's a 3.
That's a naturist check.
3,
Oh,
that's
okay.
worse than mine.
A mighty 3. You look
be
over and go,
something.
I've never seen whatever that is before in my life,
Oh.
but it's definitely something. I've just never
Either
seen
of
them
them.
before.
Either of them,
thing.
because I know
Either
it's
thing.
half.
There's 2 of them.
Either
Yeah.
half.
I think we need the insights of the Lady Panzerfaust.
They multiply when they're hit with axes, apparently.
Oi,
Yeah.
Lady
What?
Panzerfaust.
Go,
Are they?
go-
Are they? Can I chat to them? Can I try and chat to them?
You can, by all
Well, I
means.
think that
Okay, let me chat to them then.
Make a performance check for me.
Oh.
Make a
Oh.
performance check.
Okay. Hold on. Yeah. What do I have to roll?
D20.
D20 plus performance modifier.
10
That's more like it.
and
Yeah.
3. 13.
Yeah, you walk over and you wax lyrical. You're very kind of polite. You give them information about yourself. You request questions and information from them. You get no response. Nothing at all. It's completely unmoved by your approach.
Okay. Can I kick him?
Yep, you kick it and it just moves a little bit on the floor, and that's all.
Oh,
Can I shout in German at him to scare him?
You can, and it is completely
Is it
unaffected.
him?
Completely unaffected.
okay. I've got
Hold
an
on,
idea.
hold on. When I thought I'd seen it before, did I have to roll something for that? Should
Yeah.
Lady Panzerfaust look at it and actually think, have I seen this thing before?
A nature check, yes, you could do. You could do a nature check and see if you
Should we
recognize
do that
what it
again?
is.
Is there a history check?
Because Lady Panzerfaust hasn't actually looked at it yet. She's just
No, I didn't. I
Talk to
just
it.
kicked
No,
it.
you just
yeah.
talk to it,
So-
shout and kicked it.
So
Okay,
perhaps
so what then? I'll do a nature check then. Oh,
Yeah,
Roll your
who does
yeah,
nature
by all
D20.
check?
means, do a nature check.
that's the one.
D20 plus your nature.
Wouldn't be having all this
Nature
trouble if I hadn't broke my string.
Well, it comes out of a 20 and a 1.
21.
Okay, so natural 20.
Yeah, a natural 20.
Natural
tell you.
20. You walk over and go, you walk over and you immediately recognize and go, that is 2 halves of a feather. However,
It's
that
what?
feather is about
what?
4 foot long. It's a
It's
feather,
a feather.
but it's 2
Feather.
halves of a feather. It's a feather that's been cut in 2. But this
Oh.
feather is
You tried to
huge.
talk to.
I mean, probably like
Right.
you've seen feathers in the keep. You've seen them in the courtyard blowing around on the ground. You've seen them sticking out of ink pots and things like that in Felonius's chambers. You've never seen one this size. This one is like 4 times your height, or it would have been if it wasn't now 2 2-foot pieces of feather.
Right. And we've not seen them actually attached to a living object, like a bird, I think is the technical term.
No, this feather looks
Okay.
old. It looks like it's been down. It looks like it's been there for quite a while.
Okay.
Right. Can I pick my axe up, please?
No.
Can I take it with me?
You can
Can I
pick
put
your
it
axe up.
behind my back and then
Okay.
use it as a weapon later on?
What, the axe or the feathers?
feather.
You can take the half with the spined half
Yeah.
if you wish. You can take that with you.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
would like
Yep,
sounds
to.
no
good.
problem at all.
Okay.
Add
Sounds
that
good.
to your equipment.
Tickle
put
stick.
half a feather.
Tickle stick, yeah.
Yeah, you never know. Tickle stick. Okay.
She is German.
She is. Was
When you
there...
pick up the feather, you can see there are a few cobwebs on this feather. It's kind of stuck to the ground a little bit with it as you kind of peel it away and put it in your backpack. You can see that this end of the room, there's a few cobwebs kind of starting to appear in the corners.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
That appears. So what do I have to do something about
Well,
it?
Roger, do you want to carry on with your torch and head towards see if there's
Burn
any more...
it down. Can you
Into
burn
the
it down? Yeah.
Yeah, into the gloom. See if there's any more doorways or holes.
Yep, I think I should go a bit further.
Okay. There is a large hole directly in front of you as you're standing looking at this feather.
Oh right, and that's the end wall then with an oval.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll peer into the wall with my torch.
Can we, as I've got a lot of strength, can I pick up Roger and throw him through the hole?
You can't. No, you can't.
No, but if
Roger
I
refuses this request.
if I Lady
Yeah.
Panzerfaust and Trevor the Tinkler
No.
all pick him up and
I'm
throw
not going to be
Roger
party
through.
to this. That's
I'm
mean.
not.
That's bullying.
Yeah, we are a team.
Look,
Yeah.
apart from that, I've got the flame at the moment.
Oh, well, that's true. I
So
forgot
I've
about
got
that.
to set fire to you.
Okay.
Honestly, what's going
So-
on, Roger?
Boris and Roger, please roll me a d20 each.
Oh,
God.
okay.
Rob's getting
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Hold on. It is.
stroppy. Yeah, I've done that now.
I've got
Another
18.
Oh, I've got 14.
18, 14.
Yep.
As Boris walks over to Roger, he grabs him firmly by the shoulders.
Oh.
He tries to pick him up, and Roger just puts the torch on him. And what's left of his soggy, smouldering clothes just goes up immediately. He stands there, pink and kind of charred and embarrassed and naked in front of you.
Okay.
And Roger,
Good
Roger kind
impression.
of looks him up and down and kind of just steps away, like, I've had enough of that.
No change there, then. No change there.
No, absolutely none. Okay.
So we're going to the
That
hole
was
now.
productive.
Are we
So
going
now,
to the hole now?
now can we go to the owl and have a look in with the torch?
You can.
Okay.
Yep.
Yep.
Make a perception check for me.
Nice.
What's that? It's an 18. Ooh. And
Ooh.
what?
Oh, nice.
Perception.
Plus your perception. Yeah.
Where's that? Is that? Oh, yeah, 2. 18 and 2.
20.
So 20 total. Excellent.
Yep.
You look through, we kind of peer through, and you notice again this wall is very thick, so you kind of crawl through on all fours. Ahead of you can see there is another large room with your torch. As your torch goes into the room, it catches something that was covering the other side of the hole, and you see little embers and stuff kind of open up ahead of you, and then the room starts to glow in kind of almost ethereal light, bright orange light, and you see it kind of sparking and flickering around the room, like moving away from you.
Right. Was that ignited by the torch, or it's just
It would
some,
certainly seem
some
that way.
luminescence?
It
Okay.
sounds like it, does it? Can I grab
Something
the
is-
other part?
The torch seems to have illuminated something.
A quick question. Can I grab the other part of the feather
Yep.
and make a loincloth out of it?
You can.
Be
I
very
don't know how
tickly.
well it would work as a loincloth, as it's fairly rigid.
It can
You
only
can probably
help.
clasp it between your. You can clasp it between your butt cheeks and kind of wear it like a tail.
Yeah, like a
That
C string.
That sounds
Yeah.
good. I'll go for that.
Yeah.
Do I need to roll a dice?
There we go then.
Yeah. Will it make him giggle
No,
all the time? Though?
periodically you can have a strength check just to make sure you can clasp hard enough.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. Are we going to
Okay,
all
back to
follow
Roger.
Roger then?
Yeah, let's follow Roger through the
What am
old.
I doing? All right. Into the owl I go then. Apparently.
Yeah, because you just went through to have a look.
Okay.
Well,
Where
do you
we
know
were.
what-
yeah.
when you,
Well, I'll
As you,
put the
as
torch
you watch
and
all these
peer it in.
embers and things. Yeah, so as you see all these things kind of working their way around the room away from you, the rest of the party kind of bundling behind you and push you off into the room. You stand up and you can see around you there is quite a lot of cobwebs in this room. You can see that's what the torch has ignited with, some of the cobwebs. There's still a lot of cobwebs, a lot of dust on the floor. In
Luckily-
this room, there seems to be quite a large number of feathers, like the one you've just found, but of a variety of sizes. Some a bit smaller, some much larger. There's a bunch more feathers in here, in the room, stuck in the cobwebs, all over the place. At the far end of the room, you can see there's a very large hole. Like 2/3 of the wall is missing at the far end of the room.
Can I run through the
Okay.
hole?
Just going to run through.
Yeah, I don't want to be in there because I don't
The
like
one at the far
cobwebs.
end?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, no problem at all. Make a dexterity check for me.
Dexterity. Okay, so what do I have to do?
Roll your d20.
So
All right.
D20 plus whatever your dexterity modifier is.
So it's a 19. And
Right.
dexterity.
Don't worry
is
about
the
whatever your
first
modifier
zero.
is, that's plenty.
Yeah. it's
Zero. So 19 still, that's fine. Yeah, you go charging through the room, and it's almost like the cobwebs are moving out your way. You just kind of dance through them like they're not there, and into this large hole at the far end of the room.
Hmm.
The rest of you watch as she runs across. You can see the cobwebs that are in the air kind of billowing around her, and you're kind of amazed how dexterous she is that she's just dodging through them. And then she just disappears into the darkness in this hole at the far end of the room.
I'm
Shame
going.
you didn't take the torch.
Shall we try one of the other holes?
Well, before we go anywhere else, can I collect the smaller feathers and make a kilt out of it?
Or what about a feather duster for the cobwebs?
No, because
He's
I've got,
naked, isn't he?
I'm naked.
Reuse it.
I can't keep walking around doing the old helicopter.
So you have to do a naturist check each time.
Are these cobwebs strong enough to actually sort of plait them together and make yourself another string for your flute?
No,
No, don't encourage him. Yeah, don't encourage him on that. Is it possible? Can I grab the feathers to make a kilt?
You can. You kind of have a rummage around in the floor, and you find some of the smaller feathers. They still kind of drag around on the ground, so you are kind of dusting as you walk. So it's easy to see where you've been. But yeah, you managed to make yourself a little feathered dress.
That's nice.
Like a
Because
smock.
I've got a little bit of rope, and I could use that as a belt.
Is there anything else in the
that's
room,
fine.
like bones or anything, to imply that maybe these feathers were attached to birds which have been eaten by the spiders or the other things knocking about? Or was it just feathers and nothing else
Make a
apart from dust
perception
and
check for
cobwebs?
me.
Oh,
Okay.
Make a perception check. See what we can see.
7 and what was it?
Oh.
Well, you can have a go. 7 and 2, 9.
7, 2, 9. You can see that there is other stuff in the cobwebs, like under the feathers and stuff. They might be bones. You can't really tell from where you are without going again a bit closer and having a really good kind of rummage around in the cobwebs. But you can see there's definitely other stuff in there. You imagine they probably are small bones. And by small bones, I mean they're about 4 foot long.
Can I have a look for the hammer that was sent after?
You can. Make a perception check for me.
Good thinking, Trev.
Oh, yeah, that's why we were there, isn't it?
Oh,
Yeah, not down just to improve your sartorial elegance, young man.
Sorry.
On a wardrobe hunt.
that's a 4.
Oh,
A 4. No, there doesn't appear to be any kind of hammer or any other kind of tools lying around. It does just seem to be feathers and dust and cobwebs and maybe the odd bone.
what I'd like to do is I am going to, being the gentleman warrior, I'm going to run after Lady Panther Faust into the hole because she may be in danger.
Okay, make a dexterity roll for me.
$12.
12. You charge across the room. You're not quite as dexterous as the Lady Panda Faust, and you do pick up a few feathers as you go. You pick up quite a bit of dust as well as your feathers are kind of dragging around the ground behind you. But it's quite easy to see where you've got to. They can just follow the dust trail as it kind of lifts behind you. And you too disappear into the darkness at the far end of the room.
Shall we carefully follow him? Not.
Oh, you
Yeah.
have now free wide because he's cleaning everything now for
With
you.
with the
while he
torch.
runs.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
let's just carefully at a slower pace. Let's just carefully follow, and not have to like run into
Yeah.
anything. But let's just, we've got the torch. Want to see our way? Take our time.
Yeah,
They're
you can
fine.
hum a nice ditty as you go along.
Okay, I'll give you a little hum.
Sing
Okay.
us a tune.
Okay, so
Yep.
you both follow then through this large gaping hole in the far end of the room, and the four of you stand there in another large room. Who'd like to make a perception check?
Oh, I'll do it. I was rubbish last time. I can't get any worse.
Okay.
You know we're good at these.
I
I'm very
can.
observant.
Oh, 13. And was it 2, was it? Am I percepting? Yeah, 13 and 2.
Was it
15.
Perception? Yep, so 15.
Yep.
You're standing in a room that's probably only about 50 meters across, or 50 feet across.
Holy.
Again, still about 80 feet high, but it's about 200 feet wide. It's much wider. You can see there's a hole about halfway down behind you on the wall. So about halfway across the wall, so about 50 feet to your left. There's a large hole in the wall. In here, there are more feathers. There are more cobwebs and more dust. In the corner of the room, you can see the very large something,
Which corner?
but you can't quite make out what it is from where you are. The corner across your right.
Far corner.
Oh.
Okay. Righto. Yep.
Are we all in the same room? I can't
Yeah.
remember.
we are now.
You're all standing shoulder to shoulder now.
Shall I do a let's see if we can see the yammer?
Let's
Well,
have a look
let's-
for that hammer.
Let's have a
Yeah.
look. Well, let's just have a look. Can we see what's in the room? Stig, with your torch, can you wave it around?
Yeah, to see if there's a hammer. That's what you just said.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
That was some
Yep.
good waving.
17
So make a
and
perception
2.
check for me.
17 and 2.
17, 19. Okay. So there's no sign of the hammer. However, in the corner of the room, this large thing that you could see, you can now see is a huge bird skull.
Ooh.
This thing is
Oh.
about 8 foot long, about 4 foot high. It's very, very big, very old and dusty. You do notice as you look at it, it looks like it's moving ever so slightly.
Oh, can I throw my axe at it?
You can indeed, if you wish to throw axe at it, you may by all means throw your axe.
I'd
So
love
a
to.
strength and then a dexterity throw for me.
Da, da, da. I think you can see a bit of a tactic I've got here. The strength is 17
Yep, and dex.
Dexterity.
Let's see
and
who you hit.
dexterity. Let's see if I can actually hit something. Dexterity is a 14.
Ooh.
Okay. Yeah, again, you heft your axe, it flies through the air, and it embeds in the side of this skull.
Oh,
With that, the skull moves slightly more vigorously, but only a little.
oh shit. Shit.
You have angered the skull,
Oh, and I've lost my axe.
and you've
I think Boris should go a bit closer to
Yeah,
investigate
go,
then,
go get it.
and
Go
possibly
get the axe back.
get his axe back. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I use my rope as a lasso to lasso onto the axe and pull it back?
You can certainly try. Make a. Let's have a quick look. Which one shall we make you roll for and fail on?
Performance.
Don't give them ideas.
Yeah, let's go with performance.
All
Let's go
right.
with
It's like a
performance.
rodeo
Good
cowboy
idea.
trick.
So my performance is
Yeah.
+0, and
Yeah.
my performance is 3.
It's performance anxiety.
3.
Yeah.
Okay, if you can make a Constitution check for me.
A Constitution check. So that's a D20, isn't it?
Yeah, plus your Constitution.
Isn't that what Nicolas Cage stole in National Treasure?
Or D20.
Oh, I've got
Constitution.
hold on, Constitution
Good film that was.
+2. I have got 18.
Basically what we're
okay.
doing now.
Nice. Okay, so as you get the lasso going, and you're doing all kind of fancy tricks and step overs and all sorts of stuff, and then it all goes horribly wrong, and you end up tying yourself up in knots. You fall to the ground and you kind of roll around a bit, but you don't hurt yourself. You're just tied up in rope.
Right.
Can I make a recommendation?
Oi.
Can we send Roger over with his torch and burn all the ropes down where he's tangled into, so he's naked again?
Or shall we
And
untie him?
three.
Because we don't
If you
really
wish
want to be
to.
losing our rope.
Oh, can't we tie him
No.
up a bit tighter?
Oh yes, it's our rope he's tied up on.
Yeah, we just
Yeah,
try
he's,
tying him.
he's tied up in his rope.
Oh no, well,
Or
I
we might
think- I
need
think-
we might need that rope.
can we just okay?
I think he can
Just
untangle
leave
himself.
Leave him there.
Leave
Leave him there.
Just try and untie him.
Right, who's feeling brave enough to go and have a look at this here?
I'll go.
Skull-
I'm not
skull
scared.
that's wandering.
I'll go have a look.
Are you going to play a tune on the way?
Brave Sir Robin.
Is it worth playing? No. I'm just going to walk over. There's nothing to listen to my tunes now. And I'm going to save him because I've got a broken string. I'm going to go tentatively and quite
Do you want to
quietly.
take the torch?
Yes, please.
Yeah.
Okay. As you start creeping up towards this skull, you get about 5 feet away from it, and you're just starting to reach out with your hand, and all of a sudden there is a mighty bang. The whole room shakes. Then there's another one and another, and there's about 8 of these huge booming crashes that make the entire room shake, and you all fall to the ground because of it. And then they stop. As quickly as they started, they stop.
Right, I'd just like to say it wasn't me because I'm tied up in the middle of the floor.
Can
With
I
a
have a look
feather-
around and see what that possibly might
Roger,
have been?
can you
I'm
use
probably
your
the best place for you.
dagger to cut him out?
I want to have a
keep
quick
you-
look around. I want to have a look around first to see if I can see what caused that racket.
Okay,
ouch.
use your.
Cheers, Roger.
That's all
Okay,
right.
make a perception check for me.
I remember that. Wasteland
Five.
Yeah,
Weekend.
make a perception
5
check.
and 2,
Don't
7.
stick around with rope.
Yeah.
7. You look around the room, you can see there's a lot of dust in the air now. Whatever that banging was has disturbed the room itself. There's dust falling from the ceiling. You do notice also that the spurred skull that was in the corner room is now upside down about halfway across the room.
Shit.
Okay.
Question: Can I walk over and hide under the skull?
So good idea.
You can if you wish. Make
Yes,
a strength
somehow.
check for me.
What? A sense check?
Strength.
So D-
Strength.
A strength check.
strength.
D20.
Okay, hold on. I roll a D20. A 10. And then
That'll do.
Strength
Yeah,
is
you-
it 3.
You kind of
So it's 13.
Yep. So you kind of lie back into the skull and you rock it a couple of times, and then you just flip the whole thing over, and the skull flips over, and you're just underneath it now, looking at one of the eye sockets.
That's it. That's safe.
That's good.
Okay.
Am I anywhere near the skull? Because can I try and get that axe that I went after?
Yeah, you.
Well, my
Ross,
axe.
make a strength check for me.
That's a 3. Pulling axes out isn't
Yeah,
a strong
This
suit.
axe is well and truly embedded in the bone. You cannot get this thing to move. It is
Well, I
well and truly
tried.
stuck in there.
I tried.
I tried, but I
Right.
didn't. I wasn't the one that threw it at the skull anyway. I was just trying to be nice. You know?
Instead of cutting this 25-foot of rope up into small pieces, I'm going to try and actually untangle Boris the Brute. God knows why, but I'm going to do it anyway.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, you walk over and you kind of you insist that he holds still, otherwise you're going to set fire to him again, and he suddenly goes very still, and you just untie the ropes and untangle him from it.
And does he say thank you? I'll torch him.
Yes.
Well,
it's
thank you.
Hey, good.
Thank
Right,
you,
okay.
Roger.
So you got
Can-
your rope back. We've now
can-
got Lady Panzerfaust stuck inside a skull. And what's Trevor doing?
I'm just stood with a torch, hoping no one noticed me try and pull the axe out.
Can
Okay.
I go over and try and pull the axe out?
I
that
think
I
you should,
threw?
yeah. Yeah.
May I?
You can,
Yeah.
if you make a strength check for me.
Thanks, Teach.
Yeah, thanks, Teach. It is 20.
Woo!
20.
Natural
All right.
And
for
I'm
20.
using
Yeah,
my
Boris
fire.
walks over
Yeah.
and just with one fluid movement with one hand, he just grabs hold of the haft of the axe and just whips it straight out of this skull, and just kind of looks at Trevor like, I don't see what all the fuss was about. And he just kind of tosses it onto his shoulder and just walks on. Just one good fluid movement, and it's
I didn't
out.
have the angle. Didn't have the
No,
you
angle.
didn't
I was
angle right,
approaching
that's-
from the other side.
Yeah,
Boris
maybe
is
you
good at-
loosened it.
But you are
Probably.
good at whipping. You are
That's
good at
what it
whipping your
was.
chopper out, aren't you? Right, where are we now then? We got a doorway on the left-hand side.
Yeah, but something still rumbles, so something is on the loose in the
It
room.
might have just been the foundation settling. You know.
Well, I had a pretty rubbish look around. Shall I have another better look around?
Have
Yeah.
a bit of a better look.
Okay. Oh, Jesus Christ. 2. I think somebody else had better look. I've put up my eyes shut.
Shall I
Yeah,
have a look?
you,
Because I've
you
got
certainly
torch.
Yeah,
can't
please.
work out why you can't see the room anymore. You're kind of standing there going, the room's vanished. That's really weird.
Shall I try with the torch?
Go on, Trev.
Yeah,
Go on, Trev.
go on, Trevor.
Oh, I've got it's a 13 plus to that 15.
That's a bit better.
Yep. You can see in the dust on the floor there are tiny little marks leading from where the skull is now back on its right way up, disappearing off through the door that was to your left.
Ooh.
Ooh.
A doorway or a hole? Oh, it's a doorway, a proper doorway. Oh.
Well, then let's go
Well,
through the
a
door
hole,
then.
a hole,
Well,
doorway.
you've got to get out from under the skull where you're
opening.
hiding.
No, I come out of the school now because there's nothing else to be worried about. So I will follow the door.
Oh, through you go. Do you want to take the torch from me?
Yeah, you can go first.
I go first. I'm not
I'll
scared.
take
I'm
the
Lady
torch.
Panzerfaust.
Is there any more wood knocking about?
Other than what everything's made out of, no.
What about
We
if
rip
t-
one off the feather. We take one of the feathers hanging on Boris and
Yeah.
flame it. So I
While
use
it's still
that.
on him.
Yeah.
Hold on, and also, can we, if Lady Panzerfaust is going through the door, can we tie rope around her like Poltergeist? So if she walks in and it's bad, we can pull her out quick.
You can if you wish,
Probably.
by all means.
Shall
If
we?
you want to do that, somebody make a dexterity roll for me.
You have got the torch, haven't you, Lady Panzerfaust?
She's got
Uh,
the torch.
The feather, yeah.
Dexterity 4.
Excellent. You try tying the rope around Lady Panzerfaust, and you go ta-da, finished, and then realise you've tied yourself back up again.
Oh,
Shall I try? I'm good with my hands. I'll give it a go. That's a 13.
Yep. You tie the rope around her, not too tight, not too loose. It's just comfortable enough for her to be able to walk around with. And yep, you now have a Lady Panzerfaust on a rope.
That sounds kinky. Sorry.
Okay, go into that hole.
Okay, I go through.
Heave ho.
Okay.
Hey ho, hey ho.
Make a perception
I'm
check for me.
going through
Through
and
the hole
so.
you go.
Sorry?
Oh,
I
sorry,
do?
we're singing.
Make a perception check for me.
Okay, so I
A
roll.
perception check.
hold
Let's see
on.
what you see.
Roll 20. It's a 15.
Yep.
And then the perception is a 1. So 15 it is.
Okay. You walk into the next room, and this next room is completely dark. Completely. There's no light at all in there. There's a little bit of light that's coming from your torch, but it doesn't illuminate much. You can see there's something just off in the distance kind of glints very slightly as your torch light catches it.
oh,
So we can't even see the size of the room now. It's that big.
Can't even see the
Is it
size of the
like-
room.
Is it
Well,
like a
that's dark.
hammer shape I can see? Is it like, could it be a hammer
You
shape?
can't tell. All you can see is just something reflective just off in the distance.
can
Yeah,
somebody
walk towards
untie
it.
me?
Can I walk through it?
You can walk, you can walk towards it if you wish.
Yeah.
Make another perception check for me.
Hold on. A roll is 9. Yeah, 9.
Okay. As you get closer, this thing is probably reflecting something very shiny in front of you. It's really reflecting the light. As you get to it, you realize it's made of glass. It's very, very big, and it's spherical. It's a big glass sphere.
While she's doing that, can I try and untie Boris so we can throw his axe at it?
That's
No,
what I was thinking. That's what I was
it's-
thinking,
yeah.
Trev.
Don't throw your axe at it straight away.
Well, I'll untie him.
But can I first look through the glass and see if the hammer
yeah,
is
show me
inside?
perceptions or
So
something.
I got a 13
Yeah.
on the untying Boris.
Yeah, make another perception check for me.
Ooh, about what? About
About-
looking into
Look through the
it.
glass. Yeah.
Nice one, Trevor, though.
No
Nice,
chuckles.
but not undoing.
17 plus 0. Perception
17, okay.
is 1. 18
Yeah,
then.
so 18. Okay, so yeah, you press your face right up to this glass, and you can
Okay.
see there's something in the middle, something right in the center of the sphere, kind of two colors kind of intertwined inside, two ribbons of color in the middle of this glass thing.
Oh,
Well, now I would shout at the others to follow and to break it open.
I'm gonna. Well, am I? Did
You're
Trevor?
not even in the room yet. I'm alone in the room. You can't just throw the axe.
No,
You will hit me.
Did
No, my
Trevor?
luck.
Did Trevor the
I got-
Tinkler manage to unwrap me?
Well, I got a 13 on me.
Yes,
Dexterity.
he managed to untangle you.
Okay.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, he's rolled you out like a carpet.
I'd
So we're all
recommend not throwing your axe, so just walk up to it.
So we'll all go into the orb room.
But we'll
Yeah.
stay back a bit if someone's going to be hitting something
yeah.
glass.
Okay.
But Boris, you go right up there and with your axe. Don't
I'll
throw
go
it.
up there.
Don't throw it.
I'll just whack it with my axe.
Just whack it.
I'll
Straight
whack
on.
it.
Shall we release Lady Panzerfaust from her bondage?
Let's
Yes,
just
I'm
pull,
down
let's
the
just pull,
road.
let's just pull her back to us. Just
Yeah, we
gently
just pull her back.
Gently coax her back.
So
And open me, get me off the rope, so I can run because I know
She's
you
like
don't run.
she's like a German
No,
conker.
no. She's all right. Just gently pull her back. Say, come on. The big dude's swinging. Let's get back here.
German conker.
Stay in the light.
Okay, I'm going to walk over and whack
They're
it
going to
with
bring
the
Lady
axe.
Yo-Yo back.
Yeah. Lady
Okay.
Yo-Yo, and I'm going to walk over with me dress made of feathers and whack it with me axe.
Okay, so you're sashaying over to this large globe. Make a strength check for me.
Right, so my strength is as I get a +3, and it is 20 again.
23.
More than that.
23. Boom.
Nice.
You just screen grabbed that, haven't you?
No.
Yeah.
Cheap.
I want to know what RNG he's using.
Convincing. No. Okay, so you on both of his hands, and he grabs hold of it, sticks it back over his head, and he brings it down with all of his force. And the blade kind of skits off the side of this globe because there's no flat surface. He can't hit it true as he wished to, but he does hit it well enough that there's a tiny, tiny scratch on the surface of it. But then it starts to roll away, and it carries on rolling and disappears into the darkness. Then there's a very loud bang as it hits something.
Oops. Sorry. Sorry, guys.
Well, shall we follow the rolling ball?
Yeah,
What
let's
about-
follow it.
What about Roger? You follow the rolling ball.
I'll follow the rolling ball
While we untie Lady Panzerfaust.
fairly slowly, but and hold on, I'll take the torch back from Trevor. Yeah.
No, Panzerfaust had it.
Yep.
I had it.
No, I thought you had the
No, I had it. He
yeah,
just
the
threw
feather.
the hammer.
Did you set fire? Who set fire to the feather then?
No, I don't think anyone did.
I thought we had two
No,
torches. All
I
right.
wanted
No one
to
did,
use
yeah.
the
One
feather, but
torch.
then you gave me the torch, didn't you?
All right, I'll
Maybe
take the
the
torch and I'll wander off towards the rolling
Bang.
Okay.
orb.
As you're walking across the room, you can see that this. As you get closer, you can see this giant sphere has hit the far wall and stopped. The room again is about 200 feet long, so it's ruled about 60 feet, and that's in the corner of the room. You do notice now, as you're walking across the room, where the ball had been in the wall, there's quite a large hole, and there you can hear something scratching or moving in the distance.
Shit.
Through the other side of the L. Okay. In that case, I'm
Maybe.
going to suggest that Trevor goes and has a look.
Play a
Come on,
tune.
Trevor.
Have we
Trevor.
given up? Have we given up on this orb thing then, and decided that maybe that what?
Well,
that
can I use my weapon and shoot at it with my?
what the orb?
I don't think that's a good idea if things skitter off it. I mean,
Yeah.
All right.
I'm also wondering if maybe the colours you saw in the middle were actually the thing on the other side of the owl, as opposed to actually something inside the ball
Ah.
itself.
Oh.
So it was like a sort of a magnifying type glass, or so perhaps it's now in. Can I have a look and see if there is anything inside the orb still before we decide to bin it and go into the owl?
Yeah, well, make
Okay.
a perception check for me.
As I'm there. Oh, cracking 10. And 2. Yep,
okay.
10 and 2.
You look at this thing, you can see there is two slivers of color inside this hole. It's definitely something
okay.
in the middle of it. Looking at where the axe is glanced off it and the little scratch that it's put on it, it looks like this thing is made of solid glass. It's solid all the way through, and these two things suspended in the middle are actually suspended inside the glass itself.
So a bit like a paperweight type sort of thing.
Kind of, yeah. Think of that kind of thing.
Colory inks. Okay. And they're not moving.
Maybe
They're not
it's a
moving.
force symbol. Can we rub it? And maybe it tells us something inside. Maybe it tells us a secret.
Crystal ball.
Yeah, you walk over and you rub it with your hands.
I give it a
and then
rubby,
you
rubby,
your
rub.
butt, and
Yeah.
then you kind of just
give it a
generally
rub-a-dub-dub.
rub yourself all over it. Nothing happens.
I do.
Nothing.
Ah.
You just make it slightly shinier.
Oh.
Can everyone
yeah.
roll a d20 for me?
Oh shit!
Oh, something's happened.
Something's
is?
happened.
Who's me?
Everyone
Everyone roll a d20.
Everyone roll a d20. And tell me
I've
what
got
you
a
get.
6.
I've got a 6 as well.
I got a 7.
I got a 15.
Oh shoot!
Not.
6, 7, and 15. Okay, so as you're all kind of standing in the room and looking and kind of watching the Lady Panzerfaust rub herself off on this ball,
Pardon?
you notice from the hole in the wall, this skittering noise has got considerably louder.
Shit.
And as you turn and look, dozens of spiders start falling out of this hole. And these are fairly big
Jesus.
spiders. These things are about
Shit.
the size of you guys each. So each spider
Can I
is
run
about a
behind
foot long.
Roger and he tortures them all? I hide behind Roger with a torch and he tortures them all.
Well, let's see what order we activate in. Let's have a look.
No.
It's a fight!
D20. It's a fight. It's combat. It's all a bit of combat. Okay.
What the hell was that? I thought that was that.
So-
No.
No, well, that cow was going somewhere, and then I don't know where he
That was
went.
Final Fantasy.
Is it?
Which one?
Yeah, would you
Roger
just
goes
the screen just went.
Roger, what would you like to do?
Go on, Roger.
Shit
What am I doing?
yourself.
So what was the question? Sorry.
What do you want to do?
What would you like to do? Basically, there's
Vernon.
spiders pouring into the room now at this hole.
Come on, Roger.
Huge spiders, about the size of each of you.
I tell you what we do. I've got my little rucksack with my hairspray, and he has got the torch, and we just really kill them out there.
Flamethrower,
Spray.
like
Yeah.
Your medieval
hairspray.
hairspray.
Yes.
yeah,
Yeah, where did that come from?
On
You
my
didn't have
rucksack.
hairspray.
backpack.
Really?
Did not read the
Backpack,
Magic
yeah.
backpack.
My magic backpack. I'm a
Boris.
woman,
Always
don't you
check the
know?
rider. Always check the rider.
Jesus.
Yeah, well,
Blue
Roger, you got to go
Sparky's
first.
hairspray.
Roger, you've activated first. No,
Is
it's
it
up to
worth
you.
saying hello to these spiders in a kindly sort of way?
Uh,
Maybe we can
and-
ride them. Yeah, maybe we
Or-
can ride them like
You can
Or-
certainly
or do-
try.
Do you think that the skittering speed will be too great and will be munched? 'Cause
you
that's
try
what
it, Roger.
spiders do best.
No,
Try- Let
I
Roger try
I
it.
don't think throwing a torch at a
Because
whole load
I've
of
got-
spiders is going to be good enough.
No, but I've got a good charisma, so I'm very high charisma. So maybe I have a shot. And I just swing on one. I just grab a leg of the 8, swing on, and see what it does.
Well, we don't know they don't
And I
like
gave
us
it
yet.
yeah, exactly. When I sit on, I give it a little stroke because I've got high charisma. It likes it.
And good hands.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Boris hasn't
Short
thrown-
and short nails.
And then I
Whilst
say,
you're
look, we
thinking
have
about
this
that,
problem.
quickly-
No, look, I do that, and then I say, look, spiders, we're looking for this axe. So
For an hammer.
let's try it.
Hammer.
Hammer
Yeah.
then.
Hammer.
Hammer.
Yeah.
Can
worth
you
trying.
help us to find the hammer? And we all ride off because we will be small enough to sit on you, and you can carry us like the wind.
You've thought this through.
Yeah,
Yes.
that was
What's the
good.
secret?
Yeah.
Okay.
On the spot as well.
Roger goes first. So what does Roger want to do?
Try what she
Oh.
says.
I'm going to go with Lady. I'm going to go with Lady Panzerfaust having a chat, whilst
Okay.
I maybe move slightly further back, just to give her room so she can project towards the spiders. I'm moving quite quickly, by the way.
So you're stepping back at speed.
Yes, but with decorum and respect.
Okay. Okay, Lady Panzerfaust, you're up next. What would you like to try?
Yeah, I would like to go over to the biggest spider, give it a little cuddle, and then have a chat to it and
like
say,
that.
look, I would like to ride you. And I put a little rope so I can hold on, and my manchos over there, they would like to ride as well, and you help us to find the axe. So I team
Hammer.
up with them.
Okay,
Hammer.
make an animal handling test for me.
Ooh.
Animal handling
Ooh.
check.
Ooh,
Yeah,
Over
there
there.
you go. Ha! Yeah. Okay, it's a 1.
natural one.
Okay,
Munch.
plus your D20.
Plus the D20.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that
That's-
was a
that's
D20.
Oh, yeah, I
Oh,
thought that as
phew.
well.
16.
Oh,
Hey!
16.
17 then,
Nice.
yeah.
I thought you'd rolled a one.
Okay, and
Yeah, that would be
then
funny. That would be
make
sick.
a persuasion check for me.
3. And then the D20.
Yeah.
And D20 as well.
18.
Nice. Okay, so you walk up to the first spider that kind of skids to a halt. If a spider could look surprised, you'd imagine this was what it looks like, that somebody just walked up to it, and it kind of rears up, and you walk over and you gently plant your hand just on the top of its head, and you kind of shush it very quietly, and you kind of just work around, and you straddle over the top of this spider, and you kind of sit atop it, and you just gently caress its head, and it just kind of stands there calmly. All the other spiders at this point are now attacking your friends. So we'll work around the room. Let's have a look.
This lady spider whisperer.
Yeah.
Nothing. And Roger. Okay. And
Roger.
D8.
It might be worth Lady Pants asking the nice spider to tell his mates not to kill your mates.
Yeah, can I do that?
Not sure she can she speak spider.
Yeah, I
Yes,
do.
she just
It's
did.
my energy. It's my charisma. They can feel what I think.
Oh.
Don't worry, guys. I've got a plan B.
So all the spiders.
You've only got one shoe left.
Make a beeline for Roger. They've seen Roger stepping back, and they've all just made a beeline for him for some reason.
Excellent.
Boris and Trevor kind of stop to one side as Roger just gets buried under the first 4 or 5 spiders that attack. Roger, you take 7 points of damage. As
they're
the
not just
spiders
tickling
are
me.
biting on you and
Roger. Oh, dear.
They're not just tickling me.
with their fangs.
Oh.
Tickling with fangs. Little fang tickles.
Oh.
What am I going to do? Sorry?
7 points of damage.
7 points of
7
damage.
points of damage. So 7
That's gonna
hit
hurt.
points.
So you're only on 5 then.
So thank you. Yes.
Okay, next up is Boris.
Okay, I am going to help Roger. I'm going to rescue him by setting fire to my axe and throwing it at him.
What? No, hold on. Why me?
Because you got spiders everywhere. It'll help.
Couldn't you just go in and wield your axe and just
make a
fight them
dexterity
off?
roll for me.
Rather than potentially killing me
just
and
trust
burning
me.
me.
This
just
is a
make
great.
sure.
This is a great idea.
If
Did
this
it work
works,
last
it'll be
time?
great.
Did it work last time? I doubt it.
So hold on.
Well, he hasn't missed so far.
I've got a
That's what I'm worried about.
dexterity. I have 14.
14. Okay, so you managed to set fire to your axe. Strength check. So you're throwing your axe again.
I am. I like throwing my axe.
A throwing axe. Okay, so
I
a
have
strength check for me.
17.
17. Okay, and one more dexterity check for me. Let's see how good your aim is this time.
Oh dear.
Please don't miss.
15.
15.
Oh.
Okay.
Plus
So you
one,
set fire
16.
to your axe. 16. Set fire to your axe. You throw it across the room. It hits dead on onto one of these spiders and kills it immediately. And it just it slumps to the ground. Your axe is embedded in it and burning quite fiercely. All the other spiders just carry on, kind of nibbling away on Roger. Trevor,
why aren't they catching fire?
I would like to. I think it's loot time. Could I use my loot to really shred, to make discordant notes that would drive the spiders away back through their hole? You know,
Okay. So do roll. Pick the lowest.
Well, hold on. Does that mean then the spider is taken off with me alone sitting on it? Oh, well, I don't care. I go on a ride. It will not kill
Yeah,
me.
you're safe. You're all right.
Yeah.
Well, my lowest was 2, so that didn't go well. Oh wait, do I add
2.
something to it? Is it a dexterity or performance?
Dexterity. Let's go with that.
Lowest was a 5 then.
Whatever your dexterity is. Lowest was a 5. You try playing, and it's an awful noise. On the plus side, the spiders do stop attacking Roger and turn their attention to you.
Yay!
Well, thank you, Boris. Well done.
Have a look.
No, Trevor.
No. Well, yeah, but you eventually got them off me.
I tried to help. I did try.
Okay. So back to the top. Roger, what would you like to do?
So I'm not being attacked now. I'm just a bit nibbled around the edges.
You're not. The spiders have now turned their attention to Trevor. You can feel there is poison in your veins. You feel very unwell.
Oh,
But there is a burning axe nearby.
oh yeah. I should put that out, I suppose. How am I going to do that? I don't know. No, I'm not going to touch that because I only catch fire again. I think I'll just stay here and pretend I'm not there.
You got 2 daggers.
Yeah.
Yeah. What? And you want me to go and attack a spider?
You could sit on it.
How many spiders were there? Do you need
There's
charisma?
probably at this point there's about 12 to 15 spiders in the room, but there are still more coming out of the hole as you're kind of climbing back to your feet.
Okay. I'll have a look around and see if there's anything else flammable.
Nothing particularly that you can see.
Oh, that was quick. Have I got it still? Oh, I suppose I have. Oh, well, there's no point throwing it at one spider because we only set fire to one spider.
Try and scare them off.
Yeah.
Well, they weren't scared by their mate catching fire, burning in front of them. They still, whilst he's on top of me, they still sort of. Well, they didn't catch fire for a start, which I find completely wrong.
Guess what?
What?
While I'm riding out with the spider outside, I just passed the hammer.
Did you? Or did you just make that up?
I just went past it, I think.
Did you? Did you really?
But I was like, yeah.
Well, there's one of those hammers right there.
I think she's been drinking.
No,
come on, Roger.
I'm on water. It's Wednesday.
Go on, Roger.
Oh, I don't know.
Lasso a spider and sit on it. Come on.
Come on, swing on.
I'll go and try and talk to the nearest spider then. It's just
swing on.
It's a hiding to nothing.
Swing on.
All right, I'll jump on top of it. Speak to it nicely, even though I've got 0 charisma.
But ride it like you stole it.
Yeah, make an animal handling roll for me.
All right, that's a D20.
Animal handling.
Yeah. Oh, it's going to go quite well, this. I've got a 20.
Oh, perfect. See?
Well, natural 20.
Attack.
Yep. So you don't want to know the modifier, do you?
No, don't need to know. If you've got a natural 20, that's fine.
Yep.
So yeah, you dive onto the top of this spider and just flatten it. Splat.
Yeah, slightly chunky.
Are all the others spiders the same size as this small one?
They're all about the same size, yeah.
Apart from the big one.
Which I took off.
They're all about this size. Give or take a few inches, they're all about a foot long. So about the size of you guys.
Why did I squish it and Lady P didn't?
You were too rough.
Because she was very gentle. She walked up and gently caressed it and then climbed on board very slowly. You just randomly went belly flop straight on top.
No, I didn't.
Okay. Then get over to the next one and say, look what I did to this one.
Yeah.
You come down, let me sit down. I'm gentle. Take me for a ride.
I'll just bounce up and down like a manic space hopper and flatten them all then.
Yeah, but then you don't have a ride, have you?
I don't want to ride. I want to get rid of them and stop them attacking whoever they're attacking. Trevor or Boris?
Trevor.
We'll find out. Lady Panzerfaust, what would you like to do?
Yeah, I've done my bit anyway.
Astride the spider.
Ride it into battle.
Why not get into attack with the spiders?
I speak to my spider and say, come on, I need the other guys to come because it's getting a little bit boring now alone out here. Can you please ask your spiders to offer them a ride?
Make a animal handling and then a persuasion check for me.
Persuasion, animal handling, hold on, is a 1, okay, and the persuasion 3. It's 4, and then a dice. Do a dice as well?
You don't add those two numbers together. You make 2 separate rolls.
D20 plus 3.
Okay, D20 is 19 plus 3.
Okay.
And then I roll again.
So you're still comfortably sat on this spider. Yeah, roll again.
Yeah.
Let's persuade it.
16.
Blimey.
And then what was it?
Okay. Spider whisperer over here. You kind of you stay on top of this spider and you kind of you start riding it like a horse. Essentially, you use your heels to kind of kick into its side and it kind of moves forward a little bit, and you kind of scratch its right side of its head to move right and its left side of its head and it moves left a bit, and you just start kind of riding it around the room, and the other spiders are kind of, 1 or 2 of them fall in line behind it, kind of wondering what's going on, not too sure what's happening.
Oh,
yeah.
Ooh.
Okay.
Let's see what happens to Trevor.
Oh, come on, Trev.
I can see what happens. The spider offers him a ride. It goes on its knees
Boris.
and offers him a ride.
Sadly, no.
Oh.
Boris, a spider walks up and you take 4 damage.
Me?
Yep.
Me? Me?
You.
Okay.
You.
With my reputation.
Roger,
Yep.
take a further 3 damage as the spiders are not best pleased about seeing you jumping up and down on one of their friends
I
and
was
come
afraid
over
of
and
that.
start attacking you again.
Yes.
I'm down to 2. Great.
Okay,
have
Boris, you're
listened.
next.
Okay, what I'm going to do, this is inspirational, guys. So
Don't do
everybody,
anything to piss him off.
everybody please sit down. No, I'm going to take a bit of rope and I'm going to fashion it into a nice hat and give it to one of the spiders as a present.
Okay.
You and rope go so well.
well.
Well, I didn't see that one coming, I must admit.
Yeah, normally I like throwing my axe at stuff, but
No,
as I've burnt
That's
it,
first.
dexterity, I have
Yeah,
20.
so make a dex-
Ooh.
Definite
I should
hijinks
use
going
that
on.
RNG.
Definite hijinks.
Yeah. What am I doing now? Sorry.
Okay. Yeah, you basically coil this rope up into a kind of makeshift turban type thing, and you walk over.
Like a fez.
Roll a d20 for me again.
Okay. 12.
Ooh. 1 second. Okay. You walk up to the nearest spider and you offer him this fez turban lump of rope, and it doesn't look at all interested, and you take 8 points of damage as it just attacks you and bites you on the face.
That
It is
means
not
I am
impressed with your
now.
rope.
I am now slightly
Skill.
dead.
Well,
Oh.
Killed Boris.
just got no hit.
I'm down to 0 hit
They've
points.
killed
Or is that?
Boris.
That's just unconscious, I'm sure.
Maybe
That's
I'm quite-
unconscious.
Yeah, maybe
No,
I
it's
just
just
look
hit.
a bit pasty.
Yeah.
Just swooned.
Swooned.
So can I ride over
So-
and then rescue him while he's laying on the floor? Ah, you know what? Yes, that's what I do. I ride over with my spider and say, "Come on, spider, let's just get them out of there and let's swing. Let them on each leg one and just get out of here."
Be careful,
And then
don't squash
get
it,
the
'cause
whole
they're all the
team
same
on.
size.
Spider's not that big.
No. All right.
Yeah.
Can't all get on your spider.
No, sadly not. Trevor, what would you like to do?
All I've got is my bloody loot, which is broken. I'm going to try and calm
So
them
not
down
all
with
bad then.
a calming melody.
Or you could set fire to it.
Okay.
No. I don't want it to sound
Two
worse.
d20s, pick the lowest.
Well, I could set fire to it.
Yeah.
Ooh, oh. Is it? Do I add a modifier? Do I add a
Yeah,
modifier?
add your performance to it. Yeah, add your performance.
So my lowest was 12.
12. Yeah, you actually do manage to get a tune out of it this time. You do notice the spiders, they kind of stop attacking for a little while. They kind of seem to calm down ever so slightly. They're still kind of, they're almost kind of biting the others quite gently now. A gentle, like a nibble as opposed to a full-on venomous death attack. They do seem to be kind of succumbing to your ballad, your melody.
Wow. Should have done that earlier,
Roger,
really.
back to you.
I tried earlier.
Oh, God. So I'm now being attacked, and I've got to hit what's it of 2.
No, because that'll break the spell. They're calm.
Roger, can you call me?
Call you
for
what,
help.
an idiot?
Call you what?
No, call me for help with my
if they're being-
spider. So
If they're being gentle, perhaps you can beat a retreat now.
Can I beckon to Lady Panzerfaust and her spider to come over and help me? As to get rid of the ones which are having to go at me?
because that
you
spider
can
fully
indeed.
listens to me, so I can stop them attacking my people.
Your
You can
people.
call Lady Panzerfaust over. Okay, Lady
I'm not sure what good
Panzerfaust,
it's
your
going to
turn.
do.
Okay, so what do I have to do?
So
D20.
animal handling again. Actually, let's just go to persuasion this time. We won't worry about the animal handling.
So
You
it's
seem
a
to have got this spider under
17 and
control.
persuasion 3, so 20.
Okay. Yeah. Again, you use the kind of scalp massaging trick that you've seen to work quite nicely, and you managed to guide the spider over, and it stands now between Roger and the other spiders that were going to attack him. So they kind of all kind of wait and look a little unsure of what to do. They don't seem to recognize you as a threat. They don't see the spider as a threat, but at the same time, they don't really recognize what's happening. Why there's this weird pink blobby thing sat on top of one of their friends.
Yeah, but that friend now says, calm down, or puts up this paw and says, it's all right, kind of thing.
Cool, man. Cool
It
down.
doesn't seem
Cool
to, no.
down.
You don't have that much control over it. It is a spider after all, but you do seem to have it so that you can kind of ride around on it quite calmly, quite serene. You can control it.
You should probably just go and grab the hammer.
Spiders are next.
Yeah, go grab the hammer.
Yeah,
What hammer?
What hammer?
we just seen outside before I came back.
Well, you said you saw it. But I don't think you actually asked the dungeon master if you saw a hammer out there.
Yeah, I mean, you didn't recognize
You
a feather.
told him you saw it.
If you didn't recognize a feather, how would you recognize a hammer?
Maybe we
I
should
did
actually think
recognize
about.
the feather.
Maybe we should think about attacking these bloody spiders with knives
Yeah.
and swords
But
and things.
attacking didn't help, did it?
There's a lot of them, and there's
Boris is
3
now.
of us.
Well,
yeah.
no, there's 11 left now. There were 12.
Why don't
what-
you get?
Wow, yeah, you squashed one.
Well,
Why
I
don't
find
you
exactly.
all get
So what I
killed.
can do is jump on top of them. There's three of us who are mobile, and you're on top of your spider. So three of us jump on.
I'm a spider whisperer, so I can't
I'm
hop
slightly
and down
dead.
on them.
Mind you, Boris has only got 0 hit points, hasn't he? Yeah, so
Am I
he's
dead
down.
or am I just got no hit points?
Just very
You're-
sleepy.
Very sleepy. You're tired. You're on a rest. You're checking your eyelids.
You're
for
resting at the
holes.
moment.
I'm having a
Is
rest.
it, but he's still.
just
But he's,
Just
Trevor.
having a long sleep.
Trevor, make a strength check for me.
is he still being nibbled? Is Boris?
We'll find out in a second.
That's 11.
See what Trevor can do. Okay. As you're playing your little melody, unbeknownst to you, there is still plenty of spiders pouring out of this hole. They're now on the ceiling. They're on the
Oh.
walls.
Oh,
Oh,
The
heck.
room is slowly filling
Yeah.
up with lots more spiders.
Oh,
Uh,
dear.
Yeah.
As you're playing, from above you comes down this silky, kind of sticky, web-like substance.
Well,
And starts
dear.
to wrap around you. It pulls your arms in close. Your loot snaps under the pressure of this stuff, and you get lifted
Loot.
slowly off your feet.
me bloody loot.
So not all bad
Yeah,
then.
loot's done. Not all bad.
Aw.
Boris, make a D20 for me. Roll a D20 for me. It's a death saving throw.
Okay.
So you want to
watch-
roll higher than 10.
Okay, guys, sit
You want
back.
11 plus.
Sit back and watch. 8.
Oh,
Eight.
dear.
Okay, so on your character sheet, you will see about halfway down in the middle, there is death saving throws. There's
Yes.
No.
I've got
I
it.
am.
yeah, if you can mark in one of the fails for me.
Okay.
Just Boris, nobody else, just Boris.
Yeah.
Has to fail a death saving throw.
Ah, okay.
Oh.
Okay, Trevor, what would you like to do?
You're
oh,
not
Christ.
Trevor.
No, I'm not. No, I'd check my name then.
I'd like to use my dagger to cut myself out of this horrible silk.
Okay, roll a d20 for me.
Oh no, that's a 2.
Okay,
I need to use this online one
you-
that never seems to
is
roll
this-
less than 10.
I know what I do. I
you
know. Can
wanna
I
use one of the
come to the
apps
rest
or
of you?
something?
Hold on.
Yeah, not you yet, madam.
Yeah, this is starting to tighten around you. You can feel it kind of squeezing you tighter. You can't get your daggers loose. You take another 4 points of damage.
Hooray!
Right, who's go?
Can I? I have an
Back up
idea.
to Roger.
Oh, it's
Oh,
Roger
okay.
again.
Roger
Roger,
first.
you could set fire to me and throw me at the spiders.
Yeah, there's
Worth
too
a
many
shot.
now, though.
Okay.
But it's still worth a try.
Is Trevor being hoiked up in the air, or is he just still at ground level?
He is being slowly
He-
lifted. He's slowly being lifted up.
Is it
Cheers.
within? Was it within arm's reach of me?
He's probably
in
about
how-
20 feet away from you. So
No. How
Can I
high?
take my-
How high
can
is
I-
he up in the air?
He's only about 2-3 feet above the ground at the moment.
Okay, I'll go over to Trevor and with my numerous daggers try and cut him out of this sticky thing whilst being very, 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 very careful not to get caught up in the gungy stuff myself.
Or to cut me.
I'm not too fussed about that.
Make a dexterity roll for me.
Okay,
dear.
that's a 20. You see, I can always do this.
20, natural 20?
5.
A 5.
Natural 5.
Yeah, you start walking towards him, more of this silk stuff, fluey kind of web starts coming down, and you start getting caught up in it as well.
Can I do the line off Star Wars where he says rescuing you, and I go, well done?
Or it's a trap.
Definitely a trap.
Right,
Lady
have I finished?
Faust.
Oh no, I have you.
Yes,
Yeah,
you're tied up in this.
I'm not tied in. I'm sitting on my spider, aren't I?
You are.
I will take the rope, go to the skull, tie it behind my spider, right over.
Yep.
Then I take the torch from Roger, burn down all the slither so that I get them down, and then ask Boris, Trevor, and Roger to hide in the head, and we are speeding off into the outside world.
Oh,
all in one turn.
Yeah, all in one.
That's it. Game over.
Okay.
Now out of the room, so we are away from the spiders now. So you are sitting in that big skull. I ride my spider, and then we get out of that room.
Yeah, but
right,
they're
so
going to follow
the
us.
spider, you mostly control the spider,
just get
so it goes
outside.
out of the room.
Yeah.
They
leave us alone. Yeah. Hold on.
Roll for Dex.
20. Hold on. Oh fuck! It's a
Pardon?
6.
Whoops.
Whoops the daisy.
Not too good with the ropes.
Yeah, you're trying to get the rope on this skull, and you're really struggling with it. You just can't seem to get it to tie onto it anywhere. There's no part of this skull that you kind of get the rope around to get it to tie and fasten onto properly.
Okay, but what I'm gonna do is then I tie it on the arrow on my crossbow and shoot the arrow into the skull, and that means it hooks in.
Wang.
Okay.
Good idea.
Dex roll for me again, so we can tie this rope on.
Come on, roll. 16.
That's better. Okay, and then just roll a d20 for me, just however you like.
5.
Uh-oh.
Okay, so yeah, you tie the rope off onto your arrow, no problem at all. You load up your crossbow, you fire it at the skull, and the crossbow bolt just bounces off it and skitters off into the corner of the room with the rope tied to it still.
Okay, I shoot it again.
More skittering.
I just shoot again. It was a shit shot. I just get the rope back in, plant it back into my crossbow, and shoot it again.
It's like she's done this
Okay,
before.
d20 again then.
Yeah. Every Saturday night.
I've failed it before.
18. There you go.
There we go. Yeah, this one you just plant it straight between the eyes in the middle of the skull's forehead.
Ah.
Okay, so that's your turn. Right, spiders.
Oh no.
Spiders on Boris.
Oh no.
Oh dear.
Oh dear.
Spiders on Trevor.
Yes.
And spiders on. Oh, these are very angry spiders.
They all stop. Did they all
Boris.
stop?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you take 2 failed death saves. I just rolled a natural 20 for your spiders to attack you. So they've literally just eaten you. They've turned you into mush.
Oh,
Okay,
God.
I am going to hopefully now give the spiders diarrhea because I had lots of curry the night before, and
Maybe that's why they went for you. Maybe that's why they went for you, because you smell like a jalfrezi.
Yeah, a bit like a jalfrezi.
That's what they wanted. Just went out for a Boris and a curry. Trevor, you take 2 points of damage.
Oh,
As they
Trevor.
continue to cocoon
That'd
you.
be good.
And Roger, you take 4 points of damage.
Oh,
So I'm -2 now.
which is
Oh,
dead.
no.
Okay, so you're into your death saving throws for your turn.
It better be good this time.
I think Lady Panzerfaust should
Okay,
just get out
Roger,
of there.
roll a d20 for me.
Bugger off.
I just did 20.
A natural 20. Okay,
That's
so
resurrection.
two passes. Two past death saving rolls.
Oh,
So
past.
one more and you
okay.
become conscious again. Yeah.
Boo.
Okay. Lady Panzerfaust.
Yeah.
What were you like?
Yeah.
Are you charging into the room now, towing the skull along with you?
Yeah, all the spiders move away because I have got the queen spider. So everybody moves the moment we come into the room.
Just a regular spider. Regular spider. There's no queen. It's just a
Okay,
spider.
but I'm okay.
That's bees you're thinking of. They had
queens. Yeah.
Failed your insectology roll.
But all the spiders are now. I'm now coming in with this big sound with the skull behind me. So all the spiders are like, "Oh my god, she's serious." So while we walk in, all the spiders part away. I load the 3 dudes into my skull and then get out of there. In gallop.
Roll a d20 for me.
Like a caravan.
Let's see how this goes. Roll a d20 and see what you've got.
At 16. There you go.
16. Okay, yeah, you come charging in. The spiders don't so much part ways for you, just get barreled out of the way as you come charging in. The skull's bouncing around all over the place, knocking spiders out of the way left, right, and centre. And you kind of get to the centre of the room. Make another animal handling test for me. Let's see if we can stop where we want it to.
Animal handling is a 1.
Yep. Plus d20.
All right. Sorry. 19.
Nice. Yeah, you managed to get the spider to stop exactly where you want to. The skull comes skidding to a halt next to you. You can see that Boris is a lost cause. Boris is in multiple pieces being taken back into the hole. Roger is laying on the floor, and Trevor is kind of doing his best to try and not get eaten.
Yeah.
So spiders. Let's have a look. That one.
Isn't it their bedtime yet?
Oh dear. You'd hope. Trevor, you take 12 points of damage.
I'm dead.
Oh no!
Just cocoon you and just liquefy you instantly. You also get one failed death saving throw immediately from that because you took double damage to what your life started as.
Shazbam.
That was a natural 20 again.
You need to use mine. You need to use mine. This rolls naturally.
You throw for the spiders.
Roger, you also take 2 death saving throw fails as the spiders start to feast on you. I just rolled 3 natural 20s in a row. That was awesome. I've suddenly got Boris's luck.
Wait, how many failed death saves do I have? 1 or 2 failed death saves?
You got. You had 2 fails on that. No, sorry, you just took 1 failed on that one.
1 fail.
So you've still got 2 left. 1 fail. Okay, Roger. Moment of truth. So a d20 death saving throw. 11 plus. I need 11 plus.
Come back to life. Come back to life.
15.
Save us all.
15.
15. There we go. Yep. That's your 3rd death saving throw. You've passed. You remain unconscious, but you are still with the land of the living, just about.
As I'm sort of not completely gone, and I'm obviously still holding the torch.
You are carrying the torch for some of us.
Is that is that not burning the cobwebs that are holding me in and releasing me from them, please?
At the moment, you'll just lay spark out on the floor. There's cobwebs on you, but you're not being crushed or
right.
by them.
Okay.
So you're just going to lay there. You're unconscious on the ground.
Okay. Would he set fire to himself as he's holding a torch?
No, he wouldn't. No,
that doesn't happen. Only to you.
No.
Just trying to help.
Your turn.
Fire-resistant loincloth.
So Boris is gone, isn't he?
Yes.
Yeah, Boris's soup.
Boris's soup.
Okay.
Roger and Trevor are down. You're the last one standing.
Okay, so I will. I'm thinking how I'm going to save you while sitting on the spider.
Attached to a skull by a rope.
I've got because of my crossbows, I can shoot another arrow with the other end of the rope, because I have one in the school. So I take the other rope end, shoot it over to them both. So Trevor takes the rope, put it on Roger.
How do I take
Trevor's
the rope?
unconscious.
You can lasso it.
Shoot
Okay,
at
I
him.
lasso them.
Shoot it at us.
Have you got one of your boomerang bolts that goes like a Batman bolt? That...
Harpoon him.
No.
Come on, harpoon him.
Shut up, Soup.
Should have grabbed the hammer and gone. Can Boris possess a spider now? His spirit's inside a spider.
Yeah.
Oh.
I like your thinking. No.
I like that. No.
Interesting idea, but no.
No.
Okay, well, because my spider is anyway listening to me and it likes me and it's tied to the skull, I hop off, grab Roger and Trevor and throw them into the skull, hop back on the spider, and we leave the room.
Yeah, that said it. Take that.
Okay, so in this turn, you'll only be able to get to one of them. Which one do you want to get to?
Oh.
Maybe the one that's...
I'll go for Trevor. He's probably... Oh, actually... Oh, I've done through.
Who's less damaged?
Roger is the one to save.
I say Roger's only unconscious currently. Whereas
What's
Trevor is on the death
and what's
door.
with... Well, I take Roger then.
Okay.
And then
so you dismount off the spider and you kind of pick your way through the other spiders and get over to Roger, who's laying unconscious on the ground.
Yeah, because
you
the
scoop him up in
spiders,
your
they
arms.
don't... Yeah.
And then it's the spider's turn. Let's have a look what the spiders
dear.
do.
I don't know.
There it is.
They roll over and have their tummies tickled. Sorry.
Okay. Trevor, if you take another failed death saving throw for me, or failed death saving roll, mark, not even a roll, just a mark. A failed death save. The rest of the spiders, for some reason, completely ignore Lady Panzerfaust and pay her no due. Trevor, your turn. So one more death saving throw for me.
Why is that?
Oh, it's a 4. I'm dead.
Was that your third fail?
Yep.
Aww.
Okay.
Can I give him mouth to mouth?
You're
No.
nowhere near him at the moment. You can probably spit at him from where you are. If that's any use.
I've magic spit. I've lucky spit.
Do you?
Yeah, I do.
Check the
Don't
backpack.
Don't add insult to injury.
What else you got in the backpack?
Oh. Well then, you
Okay,
have to
so-
die then.
Trevor, as Lady Panzerfaust is kind of holding Roger in her arms, she sees Trevor go grey and lifeless and slip away. A moment later, Trevor sees a flash of light and is suddenly sat in a very large room. And by very large, this thing is hundreds of feet high, thousands of feet. You can barely even see the far sides of this room. It's very plush. It's very nice. Flagstone flooring with beautiful tapestries hanging on the walls. There's a very large window to your right with
There are any twiglets?
A large window with light streaming through it. There aren't any twiglets, sadly. No, it's not that.
It's not the
posh
green room. It's
Not the green room.
Not the green room.
Not that posh.
Maybe it's Valhalla.
Sat next to you is Boris.
Oh,
Boris is sat there.
He's not playing a harp.
so
is he?
nice
A
for
very-
a while.
A very dumbfounded look on his face. He doesn't quite understand what's going on. How he was
That's
dying
how he
and now
looks.
suddenly he's not.
Yeah.
That's how he looks generally. Make a perception check for me.
Who? Which one?
Trevor.
Trevor, sorry.
There you go, Trev.
Oh, that's a 6.
So yeah, you can see Boris is sat next to you, and you're going, "That's Boris right there." Wow, who knew? This room looks weirdly familiar, but you can't quite figure out why.
Oh.
Boris, you make a perception check for me.
Oh, can I throw my axe
do a
at
perception
Trevor?
check.
Your axe is still on
You
fire.
don't have
back
your
there.
axe. Your axe is burnt out. Your axe is up on bricks in a suburb of Liverpool somewhere. burnt out up on bricks. And...
yeah, on bricks.
And don't forget you're naked.
No change there.
Yeah,
18.
You're naked, Barson. 18. You look around this room and you definitely recognize it. There is what seems to be a giant sat with its back to you, hunched over a desk. He's wearing very long flowing red robes with beautiful gold embroidery on them. And he looks weirdly familiar. And being that you are, you shout. You call out to him. And this giant stands up, pushes this enormous chair away from this table where he's been sat, and he turns round, and Trevor still doesn't recognise him, because Trevor's still looking at you going, that's Boris. Boris, weirdly though, is now looking at this character and going, I know you. And before you stands an enormous Felonius, your master.
Ah.
But he's enormous, he's huge, he's giant. Normally he's fairly tall anyway. This guy's 6 foot, so he's 6 times your height normally. Now he's about 600 feet. He is huge. And he kind of walks over and he bends down and he peers at you, sat on the edge of his table. He just kind of sat there with your feet swinging off the edge of the table. And he's like very puzzled by your appearance. The fact that you're sat there wearing feathers, and the fact that you're sat there at all is a puzzlement to him.
Is he still smoking from feeling burned earlier on?
Smouldering
slightly. He's put himself out from that. He's still a little singed. He's got a little charred around the edges.
Yeah.
Felonius looks very puzzled by the fact that you're sat in his quarters, in his chambers. What are you doing here? He asks.
Looking for your hammer.
We found your hammer.
Hey?
What?
Where is it?
He's lying. He's lying.
He's lying. Yeah, you wouldn't lie.
Roger's got it.
Bastard. Yeah, you better get him out.
Where is Roger? Where is Roger?
In the school.
Release Roger.
He's with Wadwick.
Release Roger.
Go on then, Trevor. Where are we going to say so? Well, we first of all we wanted to give you the hammer. Me and Trevor wanted to give
Don't listen to them. Hey, Felonius, don't
but
listen
then
to
Roger ran off with it, and he's ran off into somewhere with spiders.
After I untangled you as well.
He's gone to the kingdom of the spiders to try and rule them.
Sell it, sell it for scrap.
Roger has my hammer.
Yes,
with that, he stands up and he claps his hands again with a mighty crash and mighty boom. And Roger, Lady Panzerfaust, you're both now sat on the table next to these two.
Yes, Roger.
Felonius leans forward to Roger, and his nose is almost right up against you. He's like, "Where is my hammer?"
How did you do that?
Spider. A dead spider. Did we get away with that?
Hammer. Sadly, no.
You could have described it.
Oh, but Boris didn't say it was Grandpa's hammer. Just said a hammer.
That is not Grandpa's hammer. Where is Grandpa's hammer? Trevor and Boris inform me you have Grandpa's hammer. Where is it?
They were lying slightly. I haven't got it.
I've seen it outside.
He's a very naughty boy.
And nobody listens to me, as always.
We were being attacked by spiders.
So you've seen it?
Yes, outside when I did a ride with a spider, didn't I?
Well, why didn't you pick it up then?
Yeah, that's what we're after.
I was too fast.
Always an excuse.
I still think Roger stole it, Mr. Giant.
Where did I put it then?
In his pockets.
Yes.
I haven't got it.
He sold it on eBay.
Boris has it under his feathers.
Right, Felonius. Can I ask Felonius what the heck's going on? And where he sent us? please.
You do not quit me. I am your master.
Well, we're confused as to where we.
You have returned my hammer.
Yeah.
With that, Grabthar stands. Felonius stands up. He claps his hands again, and you all return to your normal 1 foot diminutive size.
Yay!
You have failed me. You have returned without my hammer. There will be repercussions. And there ends their adventure.
Is that like
sorry.
pudding?
I still think Roger stole it. Not trying to blame anybody, but
not. I never did.
You got light fingers.
You just had the proof in your hand, didn't you?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Was not
Hammer
real
thief.
hammer.
There we go. That's it. That's the end of the adventure.
Yay! We survived.
Well, I think we did very
Some
well.
of you almost survived.
I did.
Yeah.
Some of you almost survived.
Yeah, I was in limbo, but
Would you like?
I saved you.
Would you like to explain what happened in the end, then, Mr. Dungeon Master?
I think I'd worked it out.
I will explain what happened. Okay, go on then. Go on.
Did we get shrunk down tiny because that glass ball, was that a marble in often like the wall somewhere? We were tiny. We were shrunk down tiny and sent to find.
You were tiny and you travelled about 6 inches, but straight down. You were underneath the floorboards.
So that was one of his marbles.
So what was it? We were really looking for then, because it obviously wasn't a proper hammer then.
You were still looking for Grabthar's hammer, but you were looking for Grabthar's hammer, but Felonius is called Felonius the Unlikely because he's unlikely to get any of his spells right. And he has a tendency of cocking them all up. So all he's done, instead of sending you where to him, he's just shrunk you and sent you under the floorboards. So you literally travelled about 4 feet. Yeah, he's completely useless. That is Felonius' thing.
Right. Well, next time he asks me to do anything, I'll just
it was
note
a regular-sized
him.
bird. It was regular-sized spiders. There was a marble, which you got correct. That was a marble.
Yeah, you're right with that one.
So, yeah.
Well done, Trevor.
What was the skull then?
Well done, Trevor.
Just a bird. Just a bird.
The skull was just a dead bird. Just a bird that had been eaten under the floorboards.
You get them under old houses.
Lucky you didn't find mice or rats. That would have scared me.
That's what
if you'd have gone backwards in the first room, you would have done. There were rats in the very first room. If you'd have gone through the hole behind you that you kind of just investigated slightly with the bats, you would have found rats in there.
God!
So
I would have written that one.
Was there any way out?
I will.
A live one.
What? Sorry?
Yeah. Ideally, you do have a bit of a combat with the spiders, but then you retreat. It's kind of an exercise, and you can kill a few of them, so you get the combat scenario. But then also the best part of Valor is retreat. So you should have escaped.
Exactly what
gone back to the very first room.
Yeah.
And the hole to your right when you first arrived would have led to an exit.
Yeah.
Well, we would have retreated, but someone jumped on a spider and rode off, so we couldn't really retreat without leaving someone behind.
No, you were fighting. You were fighting. You all wanted to fight.
We were watching in shock whilst you jumped on a spider, and then we didn't really know what to do, so thought we can't leave you behind. So I thought try and drive them off with my loot, which I lost.
You all tried to fight and loot, shoot, and everything. The spiders. You were fighting the spiders. You jumped on them to kill the spiders. But I tried it with love and passion.
Well, that worked.
It worked.
Yeah,
by the way, the loud banging noise that you heard that scared off the spider that was under the skull was Felonius walking across the floor above you. Yeah.
Would we have been able to push the marble? Will we be able to push the marble back across in front of the hole to stop any more coming through? Or will we got killed?
No. Once the marble's in the corner of the room, that's it. It just stays there.
Okay.
So at that point, it's designed to make you realise that you can't win every fight, that you need to retreat sometimes. It's a good learning tool for going, you can have combat and you can do so well, but at the same time, eventually you need to sometimes just go, there's thousands of spiders, let's back off.
Yeah.
And the spiders will then chase you back to that first room, then you get the option of Sophie's choice. Do I go for the rat or do I go for the... So yeah.
I really enjoyed that.
That was great fun.
First time ever, so I didn't have a clue what to expect and what to do.
Me.
So I hope I did not too stupid.
Well, I hope you enjoyed it so much you want to do another one day.
Definitely.
We would have followed it on sometime. Yeah, we'd love to find out. We would like to get that hammer and still blame Roger.
No,
I do have a campaign for Grabthar's hammer. If anyone ever does want to have a go at that, because I have run it before.
Yeah.
So There is a full
Definitely.
campaign for that if you want to do it at some point.
Yeah, that was awesome.
And you can go and play your homunculi.
You're up for Trevor?
I'll be a lizard bard.
Oh, you're going to transmogrify.
By all means, you can be a lizard bard. For anyone that has played the campaign twice now in store, there is another lizard in it called Thrick. Anyone that's watching that has played in that D&D game will have fond memories of Thrick and how annoying and shit he is. But yeah, we can do that one day. It's great fun.
Awesome.
Good laugh.
Awesome.
Yeah, that was great fun. Thank you very much
watching
indeed.
that pays attention. Answers on a postcard if anyone knows what Grabthar's hammer's from. Because maybe last time, I was wondering if anyone knows what Grabthar's hammer's from.
I know, but do we have to leave it to the audience? Because I know.
Leave it to the audience.
If you know what it is, Trevor, let us know. Go on then.
Yeah, don't say it online. Don't say it online.
Well, we'll wait
till
till we finish the broadcast, then I'll say it.
Okay, we'll wait till we finish,
I'm
and
intrigued.
then you can tell me.
It's a song from the Beatles.
That's Maxwell's Silver Hammer.
Oh, okay. All right.
Bang, bang, Maxwell's silver hammer came down upon his head.
So thank you, everybody, for watching. I hope you've all enjoyed it. We are back on Saturday night with the Freak Show. Awesome. Massive thank you to Andy and the amazing Worcester War Games for putting this on. Awesome. We love it. We will be down there Saturday morning buying goodies from the shop. And then we are off to the site to build the V2A Fest stuff. It is awesome. And straight after this, we're going to have a cup of tea, and then we're going to watch the last episode of Loki.
Yay!
Bye all.
Thank you, everybody. And we will see you next week on the Geek Show.
Bye.
Goodbye.